In the grand palace of King Ahasuerus, tension filled the air. Queen Esther had waited patiently for 2 days, praying, fasting, and preparing her heart. Now, seated at a banquet with the king and his highest official, Haman, she was finally ready to reveal her secret and risk everything. The king, curious and generous, asked Esther once more what she desired. He promised to grant it, even up to half of his kingdom. This was the moment. Esther humbly revealed the truth. She and her people, the Jews, were under threat. A royal decree had been sent out to destroy them all. The king was stunned. Who would dare issue such a command? Then, Esther pointed to the very man sitting at the banquet with them. Haman's world collapsed in an instant. He hadn't known the queen was Jewish. He never expected her to speak out. The king, filled with rage, stepped out into the palace garden to collect his thoughts. Haman, now terrified, threw himself at Esther's feet, begging for mercy. But as the king returned and saw Haman pleading on the queen's couch, he misinterpreted the scene, and his fury exploded. At that moment, Haman's fate was sealed. Guards quickly covered his face, a sign of doom in the Persian court. Then one of the king's attendants spoke up. He informed the king that Haman had recently built a massive gallows, intended for Mordecai, the man who had once saved the king's life. Without hesitation, the king gave the order. Haman was to be hanged on the very gallows he had prepared for another. That same day, the king gave Haman's estate to Esther. It was a powerful gesture, transferring everything the enemy had once owned to the woman he had targeted. Esther then revealed something the king didn't know. Mordecai, the man Haman had tried to kill, was her cousin, and her guardian. Recognizing Mordecai's loyalty and courage, the king took off his royal signet ring, the symbol of authority once worn by Haman, and gave it to Mordecai. With that ring, Mordecai now held the power to act in the king's name. Esther also appointed him to oversee Haman's estate. But Esther's heart was still troubled. Haman was gone, but his deadly decree remained in place. According to Persian law, a royal order could not be revoked, even by the king himself. So Esther went once again before the king. With deep emotion, she pleaded for her people. She fell at his feet, weeping, begging him to save them. The king extended his golden scepter, a sign of acceptance, and listened. He allowed Esther and Mordecai to write a new decree, one that would give the Jewish people the right to defend themselves. A new message was written and sent out, this time with urgency and hope. From India to Ethiopia, throughout all 127 provinces of the Persian Empire, messengers raced to deliver the news. The Jews could now stand together, protect their families, and defend their lives. The message was sealed with the king's ring, giving it full authority. What once was a death sentence, had now become a call to courage. In the city of Shushan, the atmosphere changed completely. What had been a season of mourning became a time of joy. Mordecai emerged from the palace dressed in royal robes of blue and white, with a golden crown on his head. The people of the city rejoiced. For the Jews, there was light, gladness, honor. Across the empire, wherever the king's new decree reached, there was celebration, feasting, dancing, and above all, hope. The people who had once faced destruction were now victorious. Many others across the land took notice of what had happened. Some joined the Jews, moved by the fear of their God and the power of this divine turnaround. Esther's courage had saved a nation. Mordecai's faith had been rewarded with honor. And in the end, what the enemy meant for evil, God turned for good.